and a very good day from Rage Day 2 ITF Gaming. My name is Brady Ruiters. We are sitting here with Erica Denning, the export PR manager for 2K Games. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, and yourself?
I'm very well, thank you. And how are you finding South Africa thus far?
Oh, I love South Africa. I love coming here, so it's always a pleasure.
That's great. We're speaking about Evolve today. It's quite a big game. Everyone's talking about it. We see that there's been some notable shoutcasters that have been delivering commentary when they've been showing matches of the game. Do you think that maybe Evolve could, excuse the pun, evolve into an esport at some point?
The potential is there, absolutely. I think the one thing that we would have to figure out is it's not your typical esports kind of game, you know. So we would have to, I think, create some new rules as to how it's determined, you know, who plays what and how they advance on, and the winning team and all of that.
Yeah, it would be a very unique set of rules for this type of game.
Yes, but I think. You know, I always say that watching an Evolve match is a bit like watching a boxing match, because every game is different. Every time you play it, it's different. You know, the monster is not AI controlled, it's controlled by another gamer, and then, you know, you have your 4 sets of hunters, and each of them, I mean, how they cooperate and work together is different. You never know what the monster is going to do because it's always a different person. So, you know, it's just so entertaining and so much fun to watch even. But don't even get me started on the playing, because that is just intense, wonderfully intense.
Okay, so you've got a lot of hands-on time with it then?
Oh, yes, of course, yeah. There's not a week that goes by in our office where we don't say we have to play Evolve.
I'd like to work in your office. Do you have any jobs for me, perhaps?
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of positive feedback from gamers and possibly people in the media, the journalists. What do you think is it that's driving gamers so crazy about Evolve?
Well, as I just said, it's wonderfully intense. It's frenetic, it's dynamic, and it's just so much fun. And I mean, the way that you mix and match, we've only introduced 2 of the 3 monsters and 2 sets of the hunters. There'll be 12 in total when the game launches. And also, not a lot of people know this, but if you pre-order the game now, you actually get a 4th monster. It's called the Monster Expansion Pack. So you get a 4th monster along with a unique skin for that. So if you pre-order the game, get it launch day, 4th monster as well. So keep that in mind. Okay,
so you heard that. You gotta go out and pre-order if you want more monsters on your team to select from. And with the team, I'm sure you've met the entire team who's worked on Evolve. With quite a unique game. What do you think their goal was when they set out to create this game?
You know, that's a great question for Turtle Rock, but just from the conversations that I've had with them, they wanted to create something that was unique, but also establish a balance that is critical to the game as well. It's so easy with other games where, you know, if the monster is AI controlled and then you've got the hunters, there's a slight mix in that balance, because you slowly start to learn exactly the mannerisms and characteristics and how that monster fights. Whereas with this one, you know, you don't learn that, and then the cooperation needed between all of the hunters is so important as well. When one person dies, like the medic, for example, if she's out of the game, Val's out of the game, you feel that effect. You know, you feel so much with this game. And I think it's very easy for consumers to invest themselves and their time into it as well. And I think that's, you know, that's the kind of the creative dream that they have, and they're striving to achieve. And I think that they have, for sure.
Yeah, well, definitely at Rage, the Evolve stand has gotten quite a bit of attention. I actually couldn't even get in yesterday.
Yes,
the line, which is packed.
Yesterday was a light day. You should see it now. I mean,
it's a madhouse out there.
Yeah, dude, you know, at one point yesterday we had like a double line. Right now it's like triple.
Oh,
so there's so many people right now that are, you know, and word gets around. People hear from Rage from the day before, oh my God, this game is awesome. You have to come and try it. So, I mean, when the doors opened this morning, it was just, they all ran to Evolve.
Jeez,
Yes.
it's quite a big game then.
Yes.
And we've seen gameplay in both jungles and caves. Are there any other environments or biomes that might appear later in the game?
Absolutely. So, so far we've introduced 3 maps. So today is the most current map, which is called the Distillery, and that one, there's waterfalls, there's lots of overlapping bridges, and it's a much more condensed map as well. And there's snow in that environment. You may not know, but there is a dynamic weather system in the game. So snowstorms will come in and affect your visibility. So when the game launches, there will be many other maps. And we've also only shown our main mode, which is what we're currently showing, and that's called Hunt mode. But there will be other modes that will launch with the game as well.
Okay, that's just
So
the one
more
mode.
maps, more modes, more monsters, and more hunters.
Okay, so it seems it's going to be teeming with content.
Yes, this is just a small taste of what Evolve has to offer.
This is a small taste, and I'm sure people are going to be crazy when the game actually launches.
I will be one of those people. Yes.
And you mentioned there were more than one mode. Is there a certain amount of modes that they are adding, or a general amount?
I can't get into the specifics in terms of the number of modes that we will have or the specifics of each mode, but just keep your eye posted, and there's much more information to come.
Okay, so it's definitely teeming with content.
Yes.
And it seems like it's quite a big game. Do you know when exactly development started on this game?
No, I don't. I mean, it started well before 2K even owned the rights to the game, so I think it's been a while. It's definitely been an idea that Turtle Rock has had in their heads.
Well, I've gotten a good idea. I mean, it looks like a titanic project. It looks like it's doing quite well.
Yes.
And as a gamer, aside from Evolve, which I know you can't tear yourself away from, what are you playing at the moment?
I'm playing a lot of Titanfall. I'm actually waiting to get a copy of Destiny, so I can play that. But Titanfall right now is my go-to game.
Okay, and you're enjoying that quite a bit then?
Yes, absolutely love it.
Okay, I'm assuming you love multiplayer quite a bit with Evolve and Titanfall?
I do. So Titanfall, Gears of War, those are my go-to multiplayer games, and then as soon as Evolve launches, that will...
You certainly have some good taste in games.
Overtake my life for sure, yeah.
You're going to take a week off from work just to play Evolve?
I think so, I'm going to have to, yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It's similar, actually, when BioShock Infinite launched. We had so many games. I actually took a week off of work and went to the south of France and just hid myself in a room and just played the game for 4 days straight.
That's a dream for me. I can't even do that. But thank you very much for speaking to us. We hope you enjoy your Rage 2014 experience and South Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you.